Good afternoon, fans, and welcome here to Shoreline Stadium. I'm Peyton Barons to bring you the 2019 WPSL campaign of the Sounders women as they look to defend their national title. Yes, national champions 2018, undefeated, perfect season in 2018, and now Scott Fort's side is looking to defend that national championship, and it starts today on this lovely Sunday afternoon against the Vancouver Island FC. The Sounders will be wearing the white jerseys with the light blue trim on them. Vancouver Island wearing the blue tops that merge down into the purple shorts. Great afternoon on hand here, partly cloudy skies here in northern Seattle, and we are getting ready for a good one. Let's go over today's starting lineups for the Sounders women's side. Christina O'Donnell starts in Morgan Weaver, Melina Ayers, Kaylee Dow, Yuka Kurosaki, Kristen Pavlisco, Emily Madrill, Alicia Baker, Sophie Hurst, Stephanie Speakerman, and in the net, it's Madeline Nielsen. On the other side of things for Vancouver Island FC, number 2, Kiana Swift, followed by Kiara Kilby, Trinity Kettles, alongside Megan Johnson, Rachel Bayard, Alexis McKinty. Going down to number 14, Julia Babish, working alongside with Mara Cleary, number 19, Bree Christie, number 22, Madison Emmond, and number 32 in the net. First start on the season is Emily Moore, as Vancouver Island FC is coming off of a opening season loss 2-0 to the Spokane Shadow. And the teams are on the field getting ready to go. Vancouver going to start with the kickoff going left to right across your screen today. The Sounders women in the all-white going right to left. In the net for the Sounders is Madeline Nielsen, the University of Minnesota product, wearing the green goalkeeper kit. And on the other side of things, Emily Moore wearing the all-orange, and we are underway from Shoreline with the opening kickoff of the 2019 campaign, and heavy pressure from Ayers all the way downfield as Vancouver retreats into their own defensive end. Long ball played along the far side. Sounders applying heavy pressure. Weaver, who is wearing the captain's band today, almost taking over possession. And now trailing a ball into the back is Madrill, who plays back for Nielsen. The Sounders women did not lose nor draw last season, only wins on the stat sheet. They go through, they take regionals, go off to nationals, and come back national champion, something that this club is very proud of, and they are hungry to defend. They want to go back-to-back. There's a ball played into the middle, settled by O'Donnell, turned over, and a shot taken from deep, rolling over the top of Nielsen and almost away for a corner, but at the last second, cleared away for a throw-in on the far side. It's Vancouver gets the ball down into the Sounders 18. Dangerous play, bringing Nielsen off of her line. Nothing to show from it. Cleared away just to the edge of the attacking third. Intercepted in the middle by Dow. Sounders on the run. Here's Weaver down the right side of the field. Weaver with a 2-on-1, has defenders trailing. Weaver, first shot of the season, and it's saved by Moore. Weaver contains possession again. Her cross deflected away and out for a throw on the far sideline.
Sounders women's shot taken by number 6, Morgan Weaver. Number 32, Emily Moore with a save.
Pavlisco with a long throw looking for the corner flag. Can't get it there, and Sounders will get the throw in again. Stephanie Speakerman, one of the defenders for the Sounders women, pushing up here towards the bottom of your screen. She's trying to get into the attack as she is playing level with Kurosaki. Throw-in goes towards the byline and out of play for a goal kick for the Vancouver Island FC here in the 3rd minute. There's Speakerman on the clearance away with the header. Vancouver on the throw-in in front of their own bench. Speakerman, a defender who we've seen in the past for the Sounders women, playing mostly center back here, pushed to the outsides as Alicia Barker's playing the center back alongside Madrill. On the far right side, it's Kirsten Pavlisko. There's a Sounder down early here. Training staff is awaiting the wave onto the field, and there they go here in the 4th minute, something that no one wanted to see, an early injury for the Sounders women in the first game. Not a whole lot of contact around it, and you hate seeing the non-contact injuries.
The Sounders women and South Puget Sound community congratulate the Tacoma Stars and Showwear Center on another successful professional indoor soccer season. Check out the Tacoma Stars at tacomastars.com and come watch our partners in the game of soccer.
With the early injury, manager Scott Ford is going to head out onto the field. The teams will regroup. Two of the Sounders have headed down to the byline to start getting warmed. In need of a sub, Alyssa Connerton, one of the 2 players down there, the Florida State product.
Sounders women's substitution in the 7th minute. Departing is number 15, Emily Madrill, entering the match, number 2. From Florida State University, Alyssa Connerton.
So it's Emily Madrill who will be exiting the match today with the training staff, heading towards the locker room. Now we restart play here in the 7th minute. The Sounders send the ball back into the Vancouver side. Subbing on is the Florida State University product, Alyssa Connerton, as she will jump in to the center back duties immediately. Cleared away to the near side. Sounders women with a throw. Speakerman with a throw in, entering into the attacking third. Gets it back off the quick touch. Now over the top, headed down. O'Donnell taking over. Vancouver trying to get it out of pressure. Now on top of their own 18. Quick clearance, but it's blocked. And Moore is off of her line to clean it up, as that was Melina Ayers chasing that down, looking to get a strike on net. Big clearance away from Moore. Speakerman settles, and the header is over Hurst. Here's Weaver chasing down to Moore. Now it's Vancouver playing in the middle with Kilby. Back up the far sideline, containing possession is Christie. The ball's touched away off the Sounders women. Vancouver now with a throw. So now we'll see how the dynamic of the game has really changed with a substitution in the early parts for the center back, a player rarely subbed who is supposed to be anchoring that back line, game planning all week to have that opportunity on that back line. And now we'll see if the Sounders women back line plays a little more on edge, a little more uncomfortable, or if it just gels, if it works perfectly. Short goal kick taken in touch with Barker. And the first touches on the day for Connerton. Here's Sounders looking to break out. The ball put through for Ayers, and she's unable to get a touch on it. Vancouver nicely played with a couple of quick touches to get out of their own defensive end. Got a runner down the far side in Bayard. And there's the big long switch, looking for Bayard. Can Bayard beat Speakerman to it? She does get a touch. Flag offside on the near side. Quickly played from Barker. Hurst was cutting infield and loses possession. Trying to be shifty with some quick turns is Kiana Swift. She contains possession and plays into the back line. Weaver dropping all the way back. Sounders almost look like they've shifted into a 4-5-1. Here down the near side, Bayard. Bayard takes a touch, right-footed cross, and it's behind the net. And away for a Sounders goal kick. And so the Sounders look like they're shifted into a 4-5-1 with Melina Ayers running the top point of that, trying to be a back-to-the-defense striker. But when the game started, it seemed as her and Morgan Weaver were playing in a 4-4-2 up top together. You can see that Kirasaki is a well-anchored center defensive mid with both center backs pushing on opposite sides of the 18. Kirasaki was anchoring right in the middle. Here's Speakerman up the left side. Kirasaki on the missed touch. Speakerman gets it back and chips a ball into the middle. Taken down by O'Donnell. Ayers now checked out to that far side wing, and Weaver is up top, interchanging play. Kirasaki through the middle, trying to thread a ball through the defense. And unsuccessful as Vancouver back on possession. A lot of Vancouver's possession here in the early 12 minutes of today's game have been played amongst their back line. But a lot of great touches as this ball sent in behind, looking for Kilby. It's a foot race and a shielding that was eventually won by Barker. Speakerman with a great touch on the chalk line, being able to keep that ball in play. A little heel flick up the line intended for Ayers. Can't connect on the pass. Now Ayers is going to head back up north, try and get into the attack a little bit more as the Sounders have no striker pushing amongst that Vancouver back line. Weaver shifted far side out on that right-hand midfield side. Here's Bayard losing her dribble, taking over. Speakerman doing a great job using the body, not allowing Kettles to get there. Here's Ayers with a quick touch and a drop off. Through the midfield, well done from Dow. Back to Ayers, sends a ball out wide. Weaver chasing it down. Weaver one touches a ball in, intended for Ayers, can't find. Now it's Weaver chasing back, trying to win back possession for the Sounders. Into the 18. A touch too heavy as it goes into the 6, cleared away. Good opportunity for the Sounders here in the 15th minute, getting past the goalkeeper down onto the byline, sending a great cross back was Hurst. Just no one home on top of the 6-yard box. A lot of great stuff happening in the midfield for the Sounders women, and it's happening because of Kaylee Dow, the Oklahoma product, who's been able to dribble through a handful of Vancouver defenders. A lot of space has opened up inside for her and Christina O'Donnell. O'Donnell with a heavy touch and a turnover. Vancouver spraying a ball to the near side. Headed away from Hurst. Ayers can't get there, but Hurst on the ball underneath. Played into the middle. O'Donnell has a lot of space around, but cutting back is Dow. Dow trying to get into the 18, couldn't. Here's Kurosaki. Can't get there on the touch. It was a well-intended ball from Connerton. Weaver tracing back on defense and forcing a pass away out of bounds. Great sliding pass, but a foul is going to be called on the 50-50 challenge, and might be our first foul of the day from the whistle of Jonathan Zimmerman in the center. Kaylee Dow making a very athletic play, sliding effort to be able to send that ball to the outside. Just caught a boot a little bit late on the challenge. Swift gets past Speakerman, puts a ball inside the box. Still bouncing around. Now it's Bayard. Bayard on a touch, trying to get past Speakerman. A weak ball hit into the near 6. And what a touch from Kurosaki. Just unfortunate on the turnover. Here's Vancouver into the 18. Possession going back and forth in this attacking third for Vancouver, but great buildup to work it outside for Kettles. Kettles cutting into the left foot. And an entry ball that was there for Kilby. And she just tried to lay it off, finding a cutting Bayard. Not there. Here's Ayers playing an overlapping O'Donnell. That's far side. Pavlisko was defending. Pass intended for Pavlisko, but turned over. Connerton with a big shoulder challenge. Now Vancouver with a dangerous free kick. This is a great area for Vancouver to try and swing a ball in. Try and win a header, but it doesn't seem that that's what they're intending to do. They stack 4 on the back line. Now there goes the ball to Bayard. They want to find a ball into those outside slots and try and send them in. Long diagonal ball. It gets through the Sounders back line. The flag is up on the near side. It's the second offside of the day for Vancouver Island. So what shouldn't have been a dangerous ball getting sent over the top from McCleary. It slipped through the Sounders back line. And if the flag was not up, that would have been a lot more dangerous. On the touch, Ayers takes a shot from 20 yards out, and it's easily scooped up from Emily Moore. Here's McCleary, the center back, playing inside. Playing off with Swift, and now Swift dropping back. Great play from Vancouver on the inside touches, just being able to work the ball through the middle of the field. Inside out play with their defenders, their midfielders. They can connect those balls into the attacking third. They will be dangerous, be able to put some shots and try and test Madeline Nielsen. But thus far, has not been tested once today. Bayard has help behind. Doesn't use it, but the first corner of the day. No, excuse me, that's going to be a throw-in just on the left side of the corner flag. See if Vancouver Island is able to play this like a corner, use the deep throw-in, and try and put a header on net. It goes short inside the near side of the 18. Played back out. Bayard, first time left-footed cross. The ball exits the 18. Weaver heads it downfield another 20 yards. Working down the line, dribbling out of bounds, just running out of room on the far side. Pass from Weaver intended for Ayers over the top was deflected away. And the Sounders have been trying to work down that right-hand side a lot, trying to get Morgan Weaver into the mix. And early, first 5 minutes of the match, we've seen her get in behind 2 or 3 times. And since then, Weaver has not been able to get into the attacking end. O'Donnell being able to take over in the middle. Kurosaki plays far side, and that ball, unlucky, bounces under Pavlisko's foot. We're into the 23rd minute here at Shoreline Stadium. 0-0 between both sides. And thus far, pretty even as Emily Moore has 2 saves, two shots from the Sounders women, and Vancouver, no shots on net, but they had a dangerous opportunity that got in behind Madeline Nielsen. Substitutes are waiting to come on for the Sounders on the near side. It's going to be Yamada checking on as well as Taylor Nielsen. And with the ball away, the substitutions will come onto the field, and we'll see Kurosaki will be subbed off, the center defensive midfielder. As well as checking out Kaylee Dow. Dow, one of the more electric players on the field today. Dow been the very energetic attacking center midfielder that the Sounders have needed today.
Kentucky, number 27, Hikari Yamada.
So we'll see how the identity of the team changes without Dow. And throw in down the line immediately. Yamada dribbles between 2 defenders. Cross comes in. Weaver gets a head on it. And I think the attacking identity will be just fine when Yamada's on the field. Entry ball intended for Ayers, unable to find. Connerton with a laser beam of a pass that did find Ayers. She tries to combine on a 1-2 to go in behind with Morgan before that ball was cleared away. The Vancouver Island bench begins to get loose as they may go to the substitutions here in the first half. Sounders women have used 3 substitutions thus far, the first 26 minutes of play. There's Connerton again, finds Pavlisko. Possession going back and forth before finally bouncing off of the foot of Bree Christie. Happy Memorial Day weekend, everyone out there, and thank you for spending this Sunday afternoon with us right here on YouTube as you're watching the Sounders women as they compete in the WSL, looking to defend their 2018 national title. The Hurst header goes down the line, no one there. And McCleary will send the ball back into the feet of the goalkeeper. Quick turnover. Sounders have numbers. Hurst can't get past McCleary. Mara McCleary, a great center back for this Vancouver side, doing a great job keeping possession for her side. Here comes a long ball from McCleary over the top. A great header with the runner on. It's Christie overlapping, trying to send a dangerous diagonal ball. Bayard on the back end of it. And off her line was Nielsen. Able to scoop it up, so no shot on net, but a dangerous cross. And Bayard was attacking the back post. Great touch from Ayers. Pavlisko inside. Ayers with a long ball. Chested down and the one-touch chip over the top, and it's just wide of the post. Sophie Hurst did everything she could besides put that ball in the net. My goodness. The long ball, take it down out of the air with the chest. A great touch and a great shot. What an effort from the product of Harvard. Barker plays back safely for Nielsen. Long ball over the top, and it's just put back into the hands of Madeline Nielsen. Connerton plays a long ball, Ayers takes it down, looking for support. Couldn't find Weaver overlapping underneath. O'Donnell with a great display of some quick feet to keep possession there under some heavy pressure. Dangerous ball is chasing it down was Kettles. Kettles with a strike. Empty net still, left-footed shot from about 30 out, taken down. Nielsen back in the net. Vancouver still attacking. Played out wide and behind Kettles. Can't chase it down, and it's going to be a goal kick now. As the Sounders avoided disaster in the back end. Sounders ready to make another substitution. Checking onto the field here, Olivia Vanderyacht, the University of Washington product, and Jordan Thompson, the Gonzaga Bulldog.
Entering the match from Gonzaga, number 12, Jordan Thompson. And from the University of Washington, number 21, Olivia Vanderyacht.
Thompson with a long throw in. Ayers, the header over the top. Here's Vanderyacht on her first touch. Finds Weaver. Weaver brings it down. Laying off in the in the outside of the box. And it's cleared away. Sounders women. A turnover in the neutral third. Vanderyacht. Quick touch. Finds Hurst. Thompson chasing this ball down into the box and cleaned up very quickly from Emily Moore as it was a foot race off the line. A third of the way through the match here at Shoreline. Here's Thompson pressuring Bayard. Quick touch. Finds Kettles. Working through. Trying to go that far side. And Nielsen is able to waltz off of her line. Great touch from Yamada. It's played out for Nielsen. Taylor Nielsen trying to play a long ball in. Deflected down. It's Vanderyacht on the takeover, playing back for Connerton. Long ball intended for Thompson. Vanderyacht getting away from two defenders. Here's Thompson on the overlap. Weaver on the near side. Weaver playing Thompson down the line. It's a great ball. Jordan Thompson running onto it. Squaring it up, getting good timing as that ball sails over the net. And a good attack, great build-up from the Sounders. Thompson making a great overlapping run down the open left-hand side of the field. It was Morgan Weaver over, shifted onto the near side. She found a great ball in behind to find Thompson's run. Just the throw and finds McKinty. Hurst applying heavy pressure on Swift. Can't get the ball away. Swift doing a great job fighting and battling. Here's Bayard. Bayard with a long ball. Gets it in behind Connerton. The left-footed strike and the falling Nielsen able to get that saved and cleaned up.
Number 14, Julia Vedich. Madeline Nielsen with the save.
That was a great quick counter from Vancouver, being able to send a long ball just in behind the Sounders defense. They were shifted over to the near side. Doing a great job of getting that ball just past the shoulder of the Sounders, Connerton, and find it in behind for Babish. Hurst finds Weaver on the switch. Weaver through the center of the field. Slows it down, creates herself a little bit more space. Now it's near side with Thompson. Thompson cutting infield. Trying to play a long ball into the box. Four substitutions waiting on this near side to sub in for Vancouver. Long ball over the top, looking for Kettles, but that ball has legs, and it is running away and out of play for a goal kick, and those substitutions are set to come onto the field. Stephanie Badilla will check on, as well as Liz Gregg. Also Ashley Volk, and also Marielle Solzberg.
Number 11, Alexis McKinty, and number 14, Julia Vedich. Entering the match, number 9, Liz Gregg. Number 13, Marielle Solzberg. Number 15, Ashley Volk. And number 16, Stephanie Badilla.
We are back underway here in the 36th minute as we approach halftime. Neither side able to get anything past the keeper thus far. A little bit different than, what we saw in the Sounders Women 2019 campaign, where they were a team that couldn't stop scoring and scoring oftentimes in the first 5 minutes of games, and they were running up the scores. Their first game last year against Thusk ended as a 10-0 game out of the Starfire Sports Complex. To the middle, Nielsen playing it back for Barker. Barker goes out wide for Pavlisco. Takes a touch. Now it's Weaver. Cutting inside with speed. Weaver, left-footed strike. And that one into the hands of Emily Moore.
Morgan Weaver with the shot for the Sounders women. Emily Moore with the save.
Well done by Morgan Weaver, being able to cut in, create that type of space, and be able to get a strong left-footed shot off. But here's Hurst applying pressure all the way downfield. And Bayard struggling to get that ball away before it was finally deflected for the goal kick. Bayard, quick give and go with McCleary. Long ball played up, and Barker able to trap it. Play a bouncing ball back towards Nielsen. Nielsen has to chase it. And her one-touch clearance away hits the fencing on the far side of the field. Substitution on the near side for the Sounders women. Gabby Brumette will check onto the field, and checking off will be Melinda Ayers. Also heading on is Lei Hula Manthai.
Sounders women's substitution in the 39th minute.
And checking off is Sophie Hurst.
Elena Ayers and number 20, Sophie Hurst. Entering the match from Seattle University, number 22, Hula Manthai. And from Duke, number 32, Gabby Brummett.
Weaver with a long throw. Finds Brummett. Weaver with a strong played ball over the top. Had a lot of standing bodies up ahead. So that ball sails over the top of them. Barker with a great touch to get back possession for the Sounders. Barker has Manthai to the left. Finds her, she stays on. And the left-footed cross just goes away behind the net and out of play for a goal kick here in the 40th minute. Bayard with the quick give and go. Vancouver working a lot through their outside backs to get up into the attack, often playing balls into the middle of the field. Like right there, connecting with the center midfielder, connecting with the striker, and Bayard stays up into the attack. And there's a cutting infield run from Swift, one-touch ball over the top. That's going to be easily cleaned up from Madeline Nielsen. Barker turns in the middle. Getting through Weaver, through two defenders. Has help to the left. Thompson on the overlap, and it's cleared away for a corner. That's going to be the first corner of the day for the Sounders women.
Presented by Daytech. Everybody clap your hands.
Bodies, seeing who will be applying pressure on goalkeeper Emily Moore. 5 white shirts up at top of the 18. Moore punches it away. Weaver lays it off. Thompson, one touch, right foot shot. And Moore with another save.
Sounders women's shot taken by number 12, Jordan Thompson. Emily Moore with the save.
Lots of space among the Sounders back line. Knocking possession around the Sounders offensive attack while they put 5 shots on frame. I think that Scott Ford will go into the dressing room at halftime and ask for more. He can ask for a little bit more push out of the women attack. And here's a long ball in over the top. Nielsen, well done taking that ball off the body of Liz Gregg as Gregg was there to head it in. And Nielsen scoops it up cleanly. Here's Pavlisko. Loses possession. Padilla working down the line. And unable to keep that string of pass going. Going to be the Sounders now taking over. A couple minutes till they go into the dressing rooms, and Scott Ford deep into his notes on the bench, seeing what can break the deadlock in the second half. Do the Sounders have it in the tank to try and break the deadlock here before the intermission? Far side, Yamada working around. That ball's dropped off for Taylor Nielsen. All the way back around the back line. Thompson with a touch, looking upfield. Good tackle in the midfield to win back possession from Nielsen. Long ball over the top, can't connect. Yamada's there to pressure immediately. Far side, Brumette taking a shot and tipped over the crossbar. That was about as dangerous as this guy all half.
Shot by Morgan Weaver. Emily Moore with the save, and that'll bring up a corner kick for your Sounders Women, presented by Daytech.
Corner on the way, going to the far side. Weaver with a strike. That one misses off the frame. The Vancouver backline under heavy pressure here late in the first half. And there's a turnover. Turning, looking, left foot strike, and it misses off the near post. 3 minutes of added time announced here. Vanderyacht almost winning back possession for the Sounders. Carrying through was Badia. Sounders take over. Here's Vanderyacht into the middle with Weaver. Weaver has runners. Playing in Yamada. Leaving it for Manthai. Vanderyacht plays the ball out to the far side. Possession taken away from Vancouver. Touch in the middle from Badia, keeping possession. Good buildup from Vancouver. Working into this near side. A whistle blown as that ball was going to roll away for a throw-in. A quick little shoulder-to-shoulder battle from Sulzberg and Thompson gives the Sounders a free kick quickly taken, back underway. Vancouver working good inside-out possession, especially amongst this right side for him. Being able to pair up McCleary, Bayard inside the middle with Swift. And pushing up into the attack, Sulzberg now. Yamada's sliding effort, couldn't get there. And the layoff just a bit too heavy. Here's the Sounders on a late possession. Good pass into the attack. Vanderyacht attacking, defender on the back. And she loses as it dribbles out. And the ball is away for a throw-in on the near side. Thompson over the take. Late here in the added time. Finds Brumette. Vanderyacht. Yamada going into Brumette into the box. Cleary with a touch. Playing it away towards the sideline, and the Sounders have a dangerous throw opportunity. We've seen Morgan Weaver with a cannon on a throw-in. Seems like Jordan Thompson will be getting this throw-in. And with that ball being away for a goal kick, we are at halftime. The score remaining 0-0. The Sounders being able to rattle off 6 shots on target. And it was Vancouver getting a 1 shot onto the net of Madeline Nielsen. That was the only shot and save from Nielsen. So 15 minutes on the clock. We will be back in just a few moments with second half action. Right after this, you're watching the Sounders Women 2019 campaign, the WPSL. Welcome back in for second half action here at Shoreline Stadium. It's the Sounders women going left to right across your screen. Score tied 0s apiece. There's the Sounders women taking 6 shots on target in the first half. Goalkeeping change for Vancouver Island FC as Sierra Bonham will check in to the game, taking over for Emily Moore. And there is Bonham's first touch on the day. She opts to throw to the near sideline, pushing lots of space in front. Keeping that run after the pass is Christie. Christie was the intended target on that ball over the top. Speakerman sitting way back, playing with Pavlisko. Pavlisko, too heavy of a touch and loses possession in her own defensive end. We'll see if this turns around to bite the Sounders, but it looks like Stephanie Speakerman has slid back into that center defensive role, and it has pushed O'Donnell to the left side outside back. Great touch from Pavlisko, keep that in. Ayers battling down the line. Couldn't keep the ball in play. Now it's back with Christie's throw down the line. Finds Greg. Entry ball goes all the way through the top of the 6, and the Sounders had no pressure from Vancouver on that backside and allowed O'Donnell to just dribble it out calmly. Here's Weaver playing for Ayers. Weaver seems to be the up top in this 4-5-1. And Ayers starting early on the outside mid. Those two players were interchanging consistently throughout the first half. Now a long ball from the back from Emmond. Kirasaki wins the header. Playing up for Weaver. Touch down the line, but just too heavy, and Hurst couldn't get on the other end of it. So it's both Vanderyacht and Kirasaki playing back as center defensive midfielders here early. Applying the pressure in the center midfield. Kaylee Dow is going to be the attacking center midfielder. And Olivia Vanderyacht, one of those players who can strike a ball from distance. We saw it multiple times last season. We'll see if she sneaks up into the attack and if she lets one fly from deep. Dow unable to keep possession. Cleared up and headed for O'Donnell. O'Donnell cutting infield. Here's Dow. Back to O'Donnell. O'Donnell thinks about a strike. Now plays behind Ayers. Ayers in a double team. Splits two defenders. A heel flick from O'Donnell. Ayers still battling. Dribbling inside the box. Right-footed cross on the ground. And it's cleared towards the byline. Not out of pressure yet from Vancouver. Pavlisko finds O'Donnell. O'Donnell on top of the box. Finally cleared away to safety. Vancouver can breathe again. Watching that ball roll out of play. And it'll be away for a Vancouver goal kick. Vancouver showing signs of a 4-3-3 here, pushing 3 players extremely high, and it's Liz Gregg, Natalie Cavallin, and on the far side, touched into the middle. Sounders keeping possession. Here's O'Donnell, great shimmy. Crossed in with the left foot to the back post. Ayers with a touch, the left-footed strike, and hit it with the outside of the boot, and it just flies away to the outside of the post. Man, if she would have caught that with the inside of the foot, that could have curled in just inside that far post.
Sounders women's shot taken by number 7, Melina Ayers.
Here's more, not more, Bonham under pressure. Pavlisco gets that ball laid off. Playing an entry pass into the box, and it was flicked on by Dow. Here's Speakerman battling in a one-on-one. Getting some help from Kirasaki. Whistle blown, foul called. Kirasaki wants to play it quick and does so. Good switch of the field from Dow. Pavlisco, her touch, unable to find Weaver in the middle. Unlucky touch on the far side from O'Donnell. Long ball over the top, dangerous play for Vancouver. Cross into the backside, still on the ground. And there's a shot just over the post. And oh, how unlucky for Vancouver.
Taken by number 9, Liz Gregg.
The 53rd minute, Liz Gregg had a chance to break the scoring open. Had Nielsen on the ground, ball was bouncing around in the box and unable to convert. And here's O'Donnell making chase down the line. And the turf was not going to slow that ball down at all here at Shoreline Stadium. Here's Ayers in the middle, has Weaver making a hard run. Weaver can't get there. Ayers gets it back. Pavlisco on the near side. Takes a touch, cutting in. Taken away. Pushing upfield now, Christie. Cutting back and working through Volk. Christie on the run from a McKintry ball. The cross doesn't find anybody home, but it was dangerous. Vancouver knocking on the door. Great build-up from Vancouver here in the early stages of the second half. There's a ball down the line. Dow is unable to chase it down, and it's out of play for a Vancouver throw-in on the far side. Fans, make sure that you get out to Starfire Stadium next week, Friday, May 31st, when the Sounders women take on the Spokane Shadow at 7 p.m. See all the action at Starfire Sports Complex in Tukwila, Washington. Kirasaki now taking a touch. And it's poked away out for a Sounders throw, and Kirasaki showed the wheels, showed the speed. being able to control it, have the offensive presence with all that speed. Incredible work from Yuka Kurosaki. Here she is again on the throw. Plays back for Pavlisko. Pavlisko trying to create space, goes to the left. Short pass in for Weaver. Weaver takes a shot with a lot of pressure around, and it's just over the crossbar, and a deflection gives the Sounders women their third corner of today's match.
Morgan Weaver with a shot for the Sounders women, deflected out of bounds, and that'll bring up a corner kick for the Sounders women, presented by Daytech.
Corner coming in from the near side. Headed away to the back side of the 18. Weaver chases it all the way down. Her pass back to Speakerman. Sends a dangerous ball. Ayers with a touch. Ayers left foot shot, and that one breaks the draw. It is 1-0 in the 57th minute. My goodness. What a shot. What a ball from Speakerman. Melina Ayers was able to take that ball out of the air. Speakerman hits a line drive directly downfield. They were nearly in line with each other, and Ayers was able, on top of the 18, just able to take a quick touch and strike a volley.
Goal scored in the 57th minute. The first of the year for number 7, Melina Ayers. Assisted.
Here's Vancouver quickly on the attack, through ball. Speakerman trying to shut down. First time cross goes away and out of play. But my goodness, what a volley from Ayers. They say some shots rip the net, but that was as close as it's going to get, because Ayers had quite the rocket off the left-footed volley. Well done. The Sounders women open up scoring. It's 1-0 here. We're just about 2/3 of the way through today's match. And a shot out of nothing. Vancouver, a quick counter. Have one player into the attack. Wow, they answer back quickly. That was Natalie Covelin, who was able to hit the left-footed strike. It was her all against the Sounders back line. Wow, we got a tie game here in the 59th minute.
Vancouver LNFC goal scored in the 58th minute. First of the year for number 12, Natalie Covelin, assisted by number 9, Liz Gray.
Such quick buildup from Vancouver. Just carrying the ball outside of the neutral third and finding a great run from Natalie Covelin. Ties this game back up. And Vancouver, who lost 2-0 to Spokane Shadow earlier this season, finds themselves their first goal on the year. There's a long ball trying to send Covelin in again. Speakerman doing a great job playing back and getting out wide, creating space, putting the back to the sideline, and opening herself up for the goalkeeper's help. O'Donnell trapping the ball with the right foot, has space into the attack. Dribbling infield, past two defenders. O'Donnell with a shot that's deflected down. And Weaver deflected on the pass about 20 yards away from the net, but it's going to go away for a goal kick. Both teams superior high pressure in today's match. The attackers are getting way downfield, putting a lot of pressure on these back lines.
Substitution in the 61st minute. Departing is number 10, Rachel Baird, and number 22, Madison Emmond. Entering the match, number 11, Alexis McKinty, and number 14, Julia Babbage.
Bondman's goal kick taken over by the Sounders. Here's Ayers. Trying to play Dow in behind, and it was a great look. Weaver, great play by leaving it for a very dangerous run. A long ball over the top, a little bit of space around. Chasing it is Badia. Badia waiting for the support. Taking a touch into the attack. And fighting through the tackle with Solsberg. And it's going to be away for a corner. So good work from Solsberg.
Fans after the match, hop online and go to tacomasoccercenter.org to find out how to join in for adult and youth leagues in the South Puget Sound. tacomasoccercenter.org.
The left-footed corner is on the way from Vancouver here in the 62nd minute. The in-swinger goes to the near post. Speakerman cleared away. On the corner, the far side, Liz Gregg, who was credited the assist on Vancouver's 59th minute game-tying goal. She assisted on the equalizer, and we'll see if she can assist on the go-ahead here. Corner kick coming from the far side. Swinging in dangerously. Nobody was on the back post, and it's cleared up and over the top from Olivia Vanderyacht. Throw in taken quickly. Christie trying to get across. Speakerman will clear away to safety. Sounders getting ready for a substitution. Vanderyacht turning with possession. Can't clear it away as it's deflected down from Christie. Now looks like Pavlisko will check off for coming into the match, Alyssa Connerton.
In the 64th minute, departing is number 11, Kirsten Pavlisko. Entering the match from Florida State University, number 2, Alyssa Connerton.
Ayers with an incidental touch that almost worked out as Weaver was just about a hair away from chasing it down. Good use of the dribble to stay in bounds on that far sideline. Tiptoeing the line. Now to McCleary. We saw a lot of McCleary into the attack for Vancouver in the first half. She was sending long balls left and right, being able to find everybody with them. In this second half, not much of the same story. Ayers takes over. Vanderyacht has Dow to her left. Plays Dow. Overlapping run from O'Donnell, running hard. Bringing it back, working with the defense. Connerton with a great trap, bringing it down. Can't get the pass off as she had Weaver down the line. Speakerman McKintry playing a far ball. And a great dribble onto the inside, cutting infield. Trying to get past Kirasaki. That was a great run of play from Julia Babish. McKintry's entry ball was intercepted. Good tackle. Well done, advantage being played. Speakerman trying to clear away. The ball goes out of play, and Jonathan Zimmerman doing a great job at bringing the play back and giving assistance to Julia Babish, as there was a huge tackle between her and O'Donnell on the far side. Babish okay, doesn't need to be seen by trainers. We're back underway here in the 67th minute. Scores tied 1-1 after 2 goals within just that much time. Here's Weaver. Weaver works out wide. And a long ball over the top, trying to find the end of an Ayers run, but just about 10 yards in front of her. Vanderyacht with a one-header. Here's Ayers chasing it in. Unlucky there. She had Dow on the near side of the 18. She could have found her with a quick pass. Dow would have been in for a great opportunity on net. And on the juggling encounter on the near side, out of play, Vancouver was unable to keep possession. There's Connerton on the throw. Headed away for the 4th corner kick of today's match for the Sounders. And the Sounders goal came delayed off of a corner as it was sent over the top and dropped all the way back to Speakerman at the 50 at midfield.
As this is a Sounders women corner kick presented by Daytag.
So now we'll take a look, and here's the Hearst corner into the middle. There's a strike. It gets blocked away, and it was Connerton. She finds Hearst. Hearst on the header back to Connerton. Sounders now on the throw, and what a strike that would have been if it would not have got deflected. Connerton squared it up. Looked like it was going to be great off the foot.
Sounders
Now we have a substitution.
Coming in the 69th minute, departing is number 10, Yuka Kurosaki. And entering the match from Harvard University, number 14, Taylor Nielsen.
Connerton's throw was dropped down. She gets possession back on the turnover. Her cross, unable to find the backside of the 18 where the Sounders had players waiting, had the cavalry. The Sounders take the throw in quick, although it was awarded to Vancouver. So now Vancouver will take over on possession on the throw, deep in their own territory. Weaver gets the toe poke in there, brings the ball away. Vanderyacht fouled. The Sounders now can swing in a dangerous ball. Nielsen wants to set it quick. Header off the free kick, and it goes over the top, and that was O'Donnell making herself open about the PK spot, sending a header just over the bar by a few feet. Quick free kick taken. And it was Nielsen. She had Connerton to her right, debated playing the ball down the line. Didn't even want to slow down and let play stop and ask the referee for 10 yards. So the wall was a short wall. I think that we'll see a lot of the Sounders doing that this summer. Working on the near side. Now a ball chipped up over the far side. It's a 2-on-1 for Vancouver, but Speakerman is there to shut it down. What a lockdown defender, Stephanie Speakerman. Day in, day out, the #1 player that you can always count on. In a 2-on-1 situation like that, there wasn't a single Sounder player who was worried. Connerton plays back. Speakerman with a huge clearance. Felt a little bit of pressure. Here's Bonham. Playing a square ball to the near side. Sounders pressuring 5 Vancouver players with their attacking 4, causing a little bit of havoc in that defensive end. Long ball hit over the top, intended for Cavalin. Now 4 substitutes ready to come on for Vancouver.
Vancouver Island FC substitutions coming in the 73rd minute. Departing is number 12, Natalie Cavalin, number 15, Ashley Bull, number 16, Stephanie Badia, and number 19, Brie Christie. Entering the match, number 2, Kiana Swift, number 4, Kiara Kilby, number 10, Rachel Baird, and number 22, Madison Eman.
So you get a new look Vancouver with 4 substitutions hitting the field. Nearly half of the field players being rotated in and out here as we are into the 73rd minute. Vanderyacht turning. Gets past the triple team. Touched out. That was a good run coming from Sophie Hurst. There was a little bit of a screen thrown in there from Melina Ayers. Ayers, our goal scorer today, and trying to help out Hurst a little bit by freeing her up a little bit of space. Weaver with a great touch over for Hurst. Hurst, who has slipped into the center of the field now. Long ball going over the top. Weaver, not much she could do there.
Sounders women substitution in the 74th minute. Departing is number 20, Sophie Hurst. Entering the match from the University of Kentucky, number 27, Hikari Yamada.
With Hurst coming off the field, Yamada is sitting underneath Olivia Vanderyacht. We saw this combo where Olivia Vanderyacht was the center defensive mid, and Yamada played more in the attack, and so we'll see if those players will rotate in and out, or if Olivia Vanderyacht will be doing a majority of the attack from the center midfield. Carrying through Vanderyacht. Weaver applying heavy pressure on McCleary. Vancouver getting possession out of their defensive end. Connerton has space. Quick give and go. There's Taylor Nielsen on the turnover. Nielsen doing a good job playing the way that she's facing. No need to make an unnecessary turn when she can go back to the center backs. Here's Vanderyacht in behind the defense. Being passed to the byline, sending in a left foot across, but McCleary there to confidently clear the ball away. And in the 76th, Sounders women have another substitution as Gabby Brumette, the Duke product, will head onto the field.
76th minute, departing the match, number 8, Kaylee Dow, and entering from Duke University, number 32, Gabby Brumette.
Vancouver has a defender down in the box at the moment. It looks like they'll need to make a substitution. As Jonathan Zimmerman signals over to the coaching staff, and the medical staff will head onto the field. Seen a big injury early in this game with Emily Madrill, the Florida State product, who was injured in the 4th minute.
As the Sounders women next home match comes this Friday, May 31st, when they host the Spokane Shadow at Shoreline Stadium. Kickoff is set for 7 o'clock. Get your tickets by logging on to SoundersWomen.com.
Back ready to play here in the 79th minute, as substitutions have made their way through. We are ready to go again after the Vancouver injury. The Sounders with possession here into the attacking end. Carrying is O'Donnell. O'Donnell lays off for Yamada. Back to O'Donnell. O'Donnell on top of the 18. Carrying with the right foot, trying to get the cross off, deflected around a few times, and it will be a corner again. This brings up the 5th Sounders women's corner.
Corner kick presented by Daytag.
Here's Gabby Brumette to take for the Sounders. A lobbed ball to the PK spot, bouncing on the ground still, and cleaned up by Sierra Bonham. Intended ball up the far side of the field was deflected away. And now we sit with about 10 minutes to play here.
Physical therapy designs programs
at Shoreline Stadium, and the Sounders, they were able to take the lead in the 57th minute, but it was Vancouver able to tie things back up in the 59th. We'll see if anything will split these teams late here in the match. Ayers chases down and shields away to preserve the Sounders throw-in. Throw intended for Yamada, didn't get there, but bounces on top of the 6-yard box before being cleared away. Connerton down the near sideline, sending in a right-footed ball. Deflected, but still in the box. And that one gets cleared and deflected away for a throw-in off of Taylor Nielsen. Ayers takes possession over on the throw. Quickly takes the throw, and Vanderyacht takes a quick touch and finds a cross. Heads back into the box, has runners. Unable to get a shot off. It was Yamada there with the pressure on Bonham. Cleared away, no Vancouver attackers in the area, settling back, playing 11 behind the ball at the moment. Here's Connerton. Playing inside. First touch outside for Ayers. Ayers, cross, back 6, header! Just misses that far post. Who else but Morgan Weaver to be there on the back 6 sitting? Great ball from Ayers, as it sits up in the air and curls perfectly. And Weaver, standing tall above everyone else around, gets the head on it and just misses here in the 83rd minute. Possession on the throw for the Sounders. Ayers in pursuit. That ball goes down the byline. Takes a touch to keep it in play, and it's over the top. Connerton on another throw. That throw in stolen. It was a square ball looking into the center mids. That was Barker. Wanted to make sure that there was no danger around with that quick 2-on-2 from the Vancouver attack. She cleared it all the way down into Bonham's hands. Carrying. Great ball in behind. Vancouver on the attack, quick on the carpet, and they take a 2-1 lead in the 84th minute. Liz Gregg on the back end of the through ball, giving Vancouver the late lead. Might we have a winner here on the road for Vancouver?
Vancouver Island FC's second goal. The first of the year scored by number 9, Liz Gregg, assisted by number 4, Kara Kilby. Goal scored in the 84th minute.
Now the Sounders have to throw up numbers. Try and be able to get something out of this match. Something that didn't happen all of last season was lose any points in any match. And the Sounders find themselves trailing late here, 2-1. What a great quick counterattack. Liz Gregg was able to stretch out the defense from the opposite side, from the weak side of the field. It was Kira Kilby accredited on the assist. The Sounders on the attack, backside, the volley, and a great diving effort from Bonham. It was almost Ayers getting her second. O'Donnell whistled on the foul. Vancouver will saunter up to take this. Substitution in the offing for Vancouver is checking on will be Kettles.
Vancouver Island FC substitution in the 86th minute. Departing is number 13, Muriel Solsberg. Returning to the match, number 6, Trinity Kettles.
Long ball over the top. Gregg brings it down, but Connerton clears away. Out of play, the Sounders on a quick throw-in, trying to get numbers downfield. It's a long diagonal ball that O'Donnell's trying to keep in play, but runs out of turf there towards the goal line. 87th minute, time is running short here for the Sounders. 4 attackers pushing up on this Vancouver back line. It's Breme, Weaver, Ayers, and on the far side, O'Donnell. Long lofted ball. Easily swept up by Nielsen. A booming punt, getting it downfield. And deflected away for a Vancouver throw. Speakerman going to jog over and make sure that they get the ball in their hands quickly. Substitution onto this near side for Vancouver.
Vancouver Island FC substitutions in the 89th minute. Entering the match, number 12, Natalie Kaplan, and number 19, Bree Christie.
Nielsen on the quick touch, gives back to Barker. The Sounders in a little bit of panic mode here, trying to just send numbers forward. That was waved out of play. Nobody heard the flag go up. Nobody heard the whistle being blown. It's going to be the Sounders on a free kick, supposedly, on this near side. Sending numbers forward here as we approach into the 90th minute. Speakerman, long ball. She's going to be able to win the second ball. Here's Weaver trying to bring it down. chasing is Bayard. Bayard had a double team of Sounders on the way. And 4 minutes of stoppage time will be awarded here. It's all that's left for the Sounders, try and be able to knot this game up.
Minimum of 4 minutes of stoppage time.
The throw into the near post, bouncing around top 6, and it's cleared away. Connerton trying to serve that ball back in. Long throw and into the box. Cross served into the near post, but swept up from Bonham. Speakerman sends a ball forward. Vanderyacht under it. Flicks it on. Weaver on the chase. Can't get there. A minute gone in stoppage time. Connerton, great touch. Carrying here, Nielsen. And a heavy touch off of Brumette.
After the game, the Sounders women will be signing on the south side of the stands right after today's match.
Possession going back and forth. Laid off, here's Vanderyacht. Vanderyacht trying to get past. Ball still in the mixer here. O'Donnell chasing it down. Making sure it remains for a Sounders throw as we are 2 minutes into the stoppage time. Connerton's cross goes to the top of the 18. It's laid off. Speakerman with a strike. It sails just over that far post up for V.
Sounders women's shot taken by number 26, Stephanie Speakerman.
Yamada able to trap that ball down. As it stands, Vancouver Island FC comes down and they get their first win of the season against the Sounders, unless they have anything to say about it. Great tackle from O'Donnell. Cavallin drops ball off. The ball going to the corner. Cavallin in chase with Barker. 3 minutes gone in stoppage time. Speakerman going over to take the throw. Deep in the defensive end, late here in stoppage time. Sounders find themselves trailing. They need one good attack here. Vancouver plays a cross in. Cleared into the middle. A strike taken from Swift. And it flies out of play, and that's going to do it. 90 minutes have gone, and Vancouver Island FC, who lost 2-0 to the Spokane Shadow, have avenged that loss and come back to win on the road against the Sounders women by the score of 2-1. And it was Liz Gregg with with a goal and an assist, filling the stat sheet, being able to get the game-winning goal in the 84th minute. That's going to do it here from Shoreline Stadium. For everybody with Sounders Women, I'm Peyton Behrens. Thank you, and we will see you Friday night at Starfire Stadium, where the Sounders Women take on the Spokane Shadow.